Hey, I wanted to ask you, forgive me, I don't remember the name of it, but one of your charities is where we pray for the firefighters and the policemen, is that right?
It's called the First Responder Prayer Force.
Yes, and you had tried Longview, and it was unsuccessful.
That's right, but we now have Gladewater
Oh, good.
signed up. We've got Henderson signed up, and we've got Tyler doing it, and we've got Jefferson doing it. So we're in 5 counties.
That's wonderful.
And we've expanded it. It was started by a gal named Dee Farmer after 9/11, after we lost all those firemen and policemen in that building. We said we have to pray for these people.
Yeah.
So what it is we have prayer warriors and the first responders who want prayer. We have to ask them who wants prayer, which is about 90% of them. And we match them up one-on-one. And some first responders have got 2 or 3 people praying for them because we've got more prayer warriors than we've got guys asking for prayer. Every day. You pray every day. At the end of the year, we have a big banquet. We have about 500 people there, first responders and prayer warriors, and we get the best guest speakers in the nation.
When does
We
that come
invited Trump this year, but I don't think he'll show up.
That would be quite the evening, wouldn't it?
Well, I invited him to a retired military thing in 2016, and he came.
That's awesome.
For 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. We're all mourning Charlie Kirk.
Oh, I know.
I've been to 2 of his events. I knew him.
Oh, wow.
And it just broke my heart.
Mine too. My sons follow him.
Yeah.
And I've never met him in person.
He was one of a kind. There's never been anybody quite like him, and there'll never be anybody quite like him again.
Yeah. I believe that.
This is what goes on the back window of the car.
Okay. Of the person that's praying?
Damn right.
Okay.
The person that's praying. And the cop, when he stops you for a traffic ticket, sees that.
Yes.
Right on the back of the car.
I'm praying for you. Perfect. Okay. Good. I will call.
I've never had a traffic ticket. Now I've been stopped a half dozen times.
You know, I got one when I was young, and it was probably 25 years ago. And every now and then I do get pulled over, like, oh, whoops, I didn't notice it went to 45. But because I haven't had a ticket in forever, they let me go.
They don't even ask my driver's license. They just come up and they say, "Sir, are you okay?" I'll say, "Yeah." And they'll say, "You're all over the road." And I'll say, "Well, on a country road, when it doesn't have any shoulders, you drive in the middle until somebody's coming."
That's true. They didn't understand
And he said, "Well, you were going 75 and a 55 miles on." I said, "That's because you were on my tailgate back there when I was trying to get away. And I didn't know you were a cop because you were in a pickup truck." It was a deputy sheriff. He said, "Sir, have a good day." But my license plate says on the back of it, it's got 82nd Airborne from our division. And it's got a sticker of the 2nd Armored Division, of the 11th Airborne Division, of the 82nd Airborne Division, of the 25th Infantry Division, right on the back windshield. And it's got a little thing that says, "These colors never run." And it says "Retired American Veteran," and it's got a silver star on the plate. And so
they're not going to get you a ticket. No.
And I'm the chair, and I introduce the speakers and get the speakers at the ball every year. I have a thing called the 10th Amendment Task Force. We got a picture of that someplace, don't we, Flo?
Yes.
While he's looking for that, did you check out the wall before he sat down?
I want to show you.
Yeah.
Where is it, Flo?
Of your 10th Amendment, the one that's hanging in there?
No, yeah, we got a picture of it here. The little picture. Where is it? Where'd I hide it? What did I do with
That's a
it?
good question. Let me
I think I put it in one of these drawers. I don't know which one.
Let me see if I have one.
Wait a minute. I want to show you that because this is nice. Oh, it's not there. What did I do with that damn thing?
I have one.
You got one?
I do.
This is a This is the 10th Amendment Task Force. This is John Graves. This is David Barton. This is Mark Nuttall. Mark Nuttall tried a case in front of the Russian Supreme Court and won it. He represented Brezhnev. He wrote the Constitution of Bulgaria. He ran the first election ever in the Ukraine, and he was a personal advisor to Deng Xiaoping, financial advisor. This is Lance Wallnow. This is Kelly Shackelford. He runs First Liberty. Phil King, a state senator from Fort Worth. Mm-hmm. Randy Forbes started the Congressional Prayer Caucus. Tim Barton, his son, and the apple didn't fall far from the tree.
Yeah.
Rick Green.
Oh, yeah.
Runs the Patriot Academy. Mm-hmm. Matt Staver, constitutional lawyer. Alan West, Lieutenant General Jerry Boykin. And these two are just admin people that work for us. And this is the sheriff of Fort Worth.
Oh, wow.
And this is my other contributor. But that's the 10th Amendment Task Force. That's the crowd I run with.
I know, that's a pretty good crowd.
Those are my buddies, yeah. They're all religious leaders. And we formed the group to put prayer back in schools, to turn abortions back to the states, and to stop the recognition of same-sex marriages. And we've done 2 of the 3.
Yeah.
And we're waiting for a same-sex marriage thing to get to the Supreme Court.
Well, those are very worthy.
Yeah, we write. The 10th Amendment says anything not given to the federal government by the Constitution belongs to the states.
Yes, it does.
And we're called Federalists. And that's what we do. We weigh in when we see the federal government getting out of line with the states. That's what this group does. And every one of those guys has got an organization of dozens, some a million voices. John Graves runs probably got, I don't know, probably 5,000 churches in it. Mm-hmm. Tony Perkins and his bunch got probably 1,500 churches. Anyway, that's
and Rick Green now has that new campus.
Yeah, he's got the Patriot Academy. These guys all come to Caddo Lake once a year, and we get together down there for a couple of days.
That's probably pretty fun.
And then we meet every month on this thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what I do. And Flo and I bought 1,100 frames, 16 by 20, and got 1,100 copies of the 10 Commandments and framed and got volunteers to come in here and frame them and put them in every classroom in Harrison County.
That's awesome.
And put a sticker on there that said, donated by the First Responder Prayer Force.
Mm-hmm. That's excellent.
How's that?
That's awesome.
And had the sheriff deliver them.
That's even better. And by law, they must hang them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Well, what do you want to say something about J.D., don't you?
Or me.
Or better, about her.
I don't know her that well.
Oh.
I'm supporting her because she's running against J.D.
Yeah? Why don't you like Jay?
Because I never met J.D. But last election, about every week, I got a flyer from him. It was full of lies.
Yes.
Which tells me he has a lot of money. And for a job that doesn't pay you but a few $1,000s a year, he's not buying those with his money he made it. He's buying with money somebody gave him, probably to vote like they want him to vote. Tell me you're not going to do that.
I'm not going to do that, sir. No, I don't want to do that. I wouldn't run if that's how I had to do it.
He has reportedly voted with the Democrats down there in Austin to keep a Democrat chairman when the Republicans were in the majority, and I cannot forgive that. That is treacherous. I don't trust that guy as far as I can throw him.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to challenge him, and I'm going to win.
And I hope when you put you ought to circulate maybe 2 flyers during the election, but make them very powerful.
Yes.
Very powerful. And say, I can't do as many as Dean, because I don't have a bunch of lobbyists funding my campaign.
Yep.
Nor will I ever have a bunch of lobbyists funding my campaign.
Yep.
Stuff like that.
Yep. I like that idea.
Yeah. You might just win.
I am going to win, sir. I'm going to win.
hope.
Yeah. It's going good. We've got a lot
What
of
do people
momentum.
think of him over in Longview? I hear he's popular.
You know, I don't think as popular as people think, because I sit down with people who most would say have got to be on his side. A lot of them are like, I'm so glad we have an option. I'm done.
We don't need J. Deans in this country today. We need conservative Christians. Conservative Christians.
That will stand up for what we
That
believe
will
in.
do the right thing for the people.
That's right.
We are not a democracy in this country like people say we are.
Yeah.
We are a democratic republic. In a democracy, everybody votes right themselves for the government. And you know where democracy started? It started in Greece.
Yes.
Started in Athens. Way back when. I can't remember the name of the players then. But they would hold a trial on a platform and the people would be out there. And at the end of it, the people would say up or down, you know. The guy, that's a democracy.
Yeah. That's not
But
good.
we get somebody to do our voting for us, and that's what you want to do.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to represent everyone.
As long as you remember, you're voting for me.
That's
and
right.
the others,
That's right. I will.
not for you.
I agree.
Does he know? does he know anything about your fight for children?
I don't know. Did we talk about Texas Education 911 last time we were here?
No.
So, well, about 8 years ago, when I lived in San Antonio, they were teaching sex education that was very inappropriate. I opted my kids out, but it was in violation of the law. And so I thought, well, they must not know it's in violation of the law. So I'll go sit down with superintendent and he'll go, oh, well, let's get that out of here. And he didn't do that. He said, I know we're teaching it and we're going to keep teaching it. It doesn't matter that it's against the law. So I went to the school board. They said the same thing. Went to the TEA. He didn't care. He wouldn't even look at it. I tried multiple avenues to the TEA. And in the process, I met people who had been at the Capitol and testified on bills. So they invited me and I started testifying on bills. And then I had a friend after I moved here whose son got put into discipline alternative education placement, which is basically jail school.
Yeah.
And she said he didn't do anything wrong. And I looked into it. I said, well, you have rights to see the video, because supposedly there was a video.
He just didn't go along with the game, did he?
Right. Well, actually, the girl who supposedly accused him, another kid was bullying her, and the parents went to the school and said, you will find the bully, because they had a lot of money. And they went back in 2 weeks, and they finally found a kid who did this to their daughter. That's literally what he did. And that was their video evidence.
Touched her.
Yeah, he touched her. And they called it assault. They referred him to the judge. And so we went to bat for him and eventually got him out. They gave him 60 school days, and we got him out at 48 because we finally saw the video the day before. And I said, you get him out of there now. And they did. But that poor kid, he didn't get to play football that year, and it was awful. And so through that, I was like, our parental rights are really messed up. She should have had way more rights to protect him from that happening.
They are messed up.
They are.
The bad guys have infiltrated our schools, and that's why Charlie Kirk was so valuable.
He was so valuable. He, as a parent especially, it was like he was on my team, helping
Sure.
guide my kids.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. And I think God took him for the after effect of taking him.
Yeah.
Because I think because of what happened to Charlie Kirk, there's going to be a movement in this country. And it's going to be a good movement.
It's already
It gives me chills
exploded.
to think about it.
It does. Yeah. I was talking to a friend yesterday, and we were talking about how a lot of times God will do something, or God will allow something, I guess I should say, and it's bad. And He's going to do good out of it, but a lot of times we don't see it.
Yeah.
We wonder if it's ever going to happen, or it happens really late. But immediately, the good started showing, which is really nice to see. Like, to be able to see His plan and watch it unfold and know exactly why that's happening, So, but anyway, so myself and a bunch of other parents across the state started meeting once every week on Wednesdays, and we took the parents' rights chapter out of the education code and we rewrote it. And then we went to all the legislators and said, we need to implement this. And eventually it turned into Texas Education 911 is the organization now. And so for the last 2 legislative sessions, 911 parents basically have been at the Capitol lobbying for parents' rights, and a couple really good bills passed this session because of all of the efforts of the parents.
See that book, Politics According to the Bible?
Yes, I
We
do
give
see
that away. We got a ministry called Truth Fellowship, and we started here in Harrison County, and we got 21 churches in the county to sign up and agree to talk about the issues in church. And that book gives them the biblical reference of every issue on the street, from climate control to gun control to you name it.
Mm-hmm.
It's all in there. And we don't have any leadership. We don't have any reporting. We don't tell anybody what to do. We just give them the book and they pledge to talk about it in church. We got 259 churches in 38 different states doing that now.
That's wonderful.
And we did that with Charlie Kirk's help because he has conferences once a year for pastors. And we went to the one in San Diego and we went to one in Nashville and gave the books away.
See, I don't think people know that he had that conference.
Which for pastors.
Yep.
Yeah. But most of his stuff is done with the teenagers, with the kids. Was.
Yes. This morning before I came over here, we did an interview with 4 young men, 2 of which were kind of already involved in TPUSA and 2 of which are now getting involved because of what happened. And it was a really good conversation. We could have sat there for
I'd
hours.
like to have about 10 minutes with that guy that shot him.
Yeah.
And I would say you are the epitome of a coward.
Right.
Because what a coward does is he sneaks up on somebody, and you shot a man that was unarmed from a hiding position and then turned and ran. So you are a first-class coward.
I will say it makes me feel good to think about Charlie being told, good job.
He's
Well
up there.
done.
Oh, he's up there with God now.
He sure is. Yeah.
We don't know what we're going to look like in heaven, what we're going to be dressed, what we're going to have, whether they're going to be boys and girls or we're just all its, or we don't know any of
I
that.
hope it's not all it's because that's a mess down here.
We don't know. We don't know what God's going to do with us. He doesn't talk much about heaven in the Bible except that there's no problems there.
Yeah.
That's the right place to be. That's the most important word in the Bible, faith.
It is.
It is. You know?
I do.
Okay.
Thank you for letting us stop by.
Okay, Melissa, I don't know what else I can do for you. I don't know if I've done anything for you.
You have. One, you gave me a check.
Yeah,
Thank
I gave
you
you a
very
check.
much.
Well, that's all I could say. I've done something for you.
By the way, it's a pleasure to meet someone who throughout their life has served the country, who in retirement still serves the country.
Yeah.
And so thank you for your patriotism.
I have had a Cinderella career. I have done so many things other people haven't done. I've been in 12 different field artillery outfits. I'm in the Infantry OCS Hall of Fame, and I'm in the Field Artillery Hall of Fame. Probably the only guy in the Army that's that. I'm an atomic veteran. I was in the trenches when they shot the atomic weapon in Frenchman's Flat. I've crossed both oceans, both ways, in 7 different ships. I've been in the Atlantic on a submarine. I've landed on and catapulted off of an aircraft carrier in the Pacific. I was on a destroyer of the South China Sea. So I've got a lot of time with the Navy. I fired the first round of naval gunfire ever fired in Vietnam, and from ship to shore. I made parachute jumps in 13 states in 3 different foreign countries. And, what else have I done? Got a couple of silver stars and some other stuff.
That's amazing.
Well, God bless you.
No
What
kidding.
else have I done that's unusual?
Well, you raised some kids.
Been in the Pentagon, 5 years in the Pentagon.
Did you fly on Air Force One?
Never been there, but I've met 3 presidents and spent time with all 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which 3? Trump?
Trump, Bush, the first Bush, and Carter.
Okay.
Vote for Melissa Beckett in the March 3rd Republican primary. Political ad paid for by Melissa Beckett for Texas.